Hey, God bless you. I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to check in with you, tell you some things that are on my mind, some things that I've been looking at and thinking about. I'm still really looking at Easter and Passover time frame for a possible rapture. I'm thinking of it because of a few things, because Paul said if we share in a death like Christ, won't we also share in a resurrection like his? And I know that he probably said that symbolically, but it could also be referring to a timing. Also, it converges with the timing of the barley harvest and first fruits, which we can see in Revelation chapter 14 that the 144,000 that are harvested from the earth, because it seems to me there's two groups, right? There's one in Revelation chapter 7 that looks to be referring to Jewish people from the tribes, and then there's Revelation chapter 14, which appears to me to be a group that knows Christ because they follow the Lamb wherever he goes and they're sealed by him. So that group would seem to me to be the first fruits, because that's what it calls them in Revelation chapter 14. I believe that that's the bride. That's my personal opinion, or at least a portion of the bride. And I believe that that harvest may correlate with the actual harvest seasons. So I'm really looking at this barley harvest time, and I'm encouraged about it. I also thought it was a little bit prophetic that Stephen Hawking just died just after Billy Graham died. I find it interesting because, and I know all of the things that people point to about Billy Graham and some of the things that might not be what you would consider theologically sound, and I'm not here to discuss all of that. I'm just looking at what he represented. And it would seem to me that he was a sort of representation of the church. And I think of Stephen Hawking as a representation of the world's religion. He would seem to me to be like the high priest of the science community, which is the religion of the world. And so it just seemed like it's pretty prophetic that the man who represented the church in a lot of ways passed, and right after the man who represented the religion of the world passed. I've been seeing a lot of things bleed through lately from the next realm. It's as if the curtain separating the realms is beginning to thin more and more, and I can see a greater separation between those in darkness and those in light. And I can also see things that are of the next world starting to bleed through in different ways, and I don't want to go into that. There's some personal experiences that I have, some things I'm seeing in my own life. But just suffice to say that we must be just on the verge, just about to cross over. I can't see that the things I'm experiencing and seeing would be sustainable for any amount of time. I was also on another note, I was thinking about something today I wanted to share with you just for your encouragement. Maybe it will help you to think about something today. It was raining here where I'm at, and I was just looking at the rain, and I tend to write about things. I write in metaphoric terms often in order to understand the deeper things of life. So I was looking at the rain, and it started to create some thoughts, and I just wrote down what I was thinking. So I'll just read it to you. I said, my mind pulls inward, and I begin to imagine one of those falling drops. I can see it tucked away in the soft recesses of a cloud, waiting its turn. It thinks to itself what it might be like to fall, to tumble through the air, without knowing its destination, a journey without a plan, at the mercy of the wind, resting in the hands of its creator, and hoping for a graceful place to rest after its descent. Perhaps a blade of grass in a field of wildflowers would be nice. He could relax there and wait to dry in the warm sun, only to start again. He wondered how many times he had done this, how many times he had gone through this process. He couldn't remember, but one thing he knew is that he was learning to trust his Creator. He could never control the fall, but he could believe in the hand that could. And that's just how I see our lives as believers. We are put through this cycle of falling and learning to trust, and then basking in the love of the Father before being absorbed back into Him and allowed to fall again. And it's just this process of growing in our faith. It's this process of learning to let go of our ability to control anything. Learning to let go of our logic and resting in Him. So anyway, I love you all. I'll see you all soon. If not here, then in the air.